All right, back again. It's getting close to that time. Go to the spot and talk about my day, my weekend. Everybody plays. Was it Doordash, Uber Eats, Walmart Spark, Poplin? Everybody's played. Today picked up Poplin order. Regular customer always says 2 bags when they have $23. Not many people I know do Poplin or even heard of it, but if you do, don't ever believe what it says on the offer screen. I think I mentioned that before. It always says 2 bags, $23. He lives 5 minutes from my house. I get there, there's always like 4 bags of laundry. That bad boy is always like 50, 60 pounds minimum. And trust me, it's a lot more than $23. It's more like $45, $55 before tip, and then he tips like another $10 afterwards. So, but Poplin played. See a lot of Doordash and Uber Eats. My last video I talked about what I feel like qualifies me to talk about Doordash is over 8,000 deliveries. I don't remember Uber Eats. I was looking at this weekend though. I know I'm in the 3,000s, but I'm not in the 4,000s. And honestly, I don't really do Uber Eats as much as DoorDash. Obviously, DoorDash is just they have the market share, man. There's a lot more orders. Uber, I mean, they have orders. When they're good, they're real good. You can get $23 for like 6, 7, 8, 9 miles or less. But when they're bad, woo, they're bad. I'm talking, no exaggeration, $5 for 25, 30 miles. Because I think what it is that Uber Eats wants drivers from the Temple Belton area to go to the Killeen area. Killeen, and if you know this area, Killeen is part of Fort Cavanaugh's, formerly known as Fort Hood. And if you hear me call it Fort Hood, that's because it's always been Fort Hood up to a few years ago, so it's hard to break habits. But if you know anything about Fort Hood, man, they crank out infantry soldiers, tankers, guys that drive tanks. They train combat soldiers, so there's a lot that feeds a lot of Killeen and the other areas, even ones like my own. So there's a lot of business there. It's good. It's kind of far from where I'm at, but a lot of the orders are not that great in Killeen. There's just a lot of people. My experience, just a lot of people there that just don't tip. It's a lot of sketchy areas, more sketchy areas over there than there are here. And you really have the pros and cons. Can I go over there? Sure can. But you're asking me to drive, 30 miles to go to a place where the orders are worse, or I could be literally at my house taking orders 2 miles away that are better. So I don't really want to get pulled that way unless if I have business in Killeen. I still get my haircuts. I still get my, my Asian groceries there at the Omart. Let's see. And if anybody knows Omart in Killeen, shout out to Omart in Killeen. If there's something that you need, they can get it there, man. They're getting their hustle on. You can go get your grocery shopping, haircut. You can get photos done there. You can buy furniture there. You can go to seafood market there, buy live seafood. You buy octopus. You can buy live squid, dead squid. There's a whole bunch of different types of groceries, things like that. But back to what I was saying, Uber tries to pull me out that way, and I take Uber orders here when I can, but if DoorDash is hopping, whoever's gonna pay me first, whoever's gonna pay me for my business, you know what I mean? So that's how I look at it. Let's go through the car wash again, man. It's a good day. It's nice and sunny out. Weather warmed up around here in the Killeen, in the Temple Belton area again. I like that. It is 81 degrees, and that's just how Texas weather is, man. I got a jacket back on here for a backup. I got my undershirt, a t-shirt, and a sweater on still because it was a little chilly this morning. Now it's 81 degrees. So we got this phrase here in Texas, man. If you don't like the weather, wait 15 minutes. let's see, who else did we talk about? I actually did a Grubhub today. I didn't plan on doing that. I finished up a Doordash order, and to do it, I turned on Grubhub, and it gave me a $10 order going like, I don't know, 8 miles. It wasn't great from Schlotzsky's, but it took me like right back over here where I was going to drive anyways. So like it was like 1080. Let's just say 11. Let's round it to 11. I mean, you paid me $11 to drive where I was going to drive to anyways. So I mean, I'll take that $11, man. You know, I'll pay for one of my summer moon coffees, or you know that I mean, $11 is 2 breakfast burritos. That's 2 of my breakfasts this week to drive where I was already going to drive anyhow. Let's see, what else has gone on? Let's see, talk a little bit. I'm going to tie this all in together about gig work and whatnot. I was at my daughter's 2nd birthday party over here at Spare Time. It's a bowling alley. They got video games. You know, they have party. You know, you can rent a party room, this and that. And I was sitting around with a bunch of family members. You know, and you know they're kind of talking about people who are, you know, they're just struggling. You know, things didn't have a lot of money. You know, having a hard time paying rent. You know, stuff that most of us have all been through. And you know, I've been through it too. I mean. But I was hearing the excuses. Now the excuses is the part that I had an issue with. I tried to keep my tongue behind my teeth, but it got real difficult. It's about to get loud. I'm going through a car wash, and dude, this guy with the paddle. Okay, but one with my niece, and actually her mom, were talking about how let me cut it short. Basically the husband, they were accusing the husband of being lazy, doesn't want to work, you know, gambling issues, this and that. You know, the guy's, I've known the guy, man. He's a friend of mine. I've known him for quite some time. You know, he's had his struggles, but the excuses is the part that I didn't like. One says he's a felon. It's hard to find work. He wants to start his own business. This and that, childhood drama. Childhood drama. We're talking. You're grown now. That's one thing. And two, it's not when you have children, and there are children involved. Just my opinion. It's not about you anymore. So you got to get away from those excuses. I kind of verbally talked about that plan. I think I talked about the Uber rental plan, where you can rent cars and get infinite miles. You got to do at least 30 deliveries a week or 30 rides a week, and then they'll charge you your weekly. And if you do it for a few weeks, they'll actually give you a lower rate. Basically, like this individual we're talking about here that doesn't have any work. I was like, does he have a driver's license? Doesn't have a driver's license. I'm like, okay, no driver's license. I was like, is he eligible to get a driver's license? My understanding, he is. So I was like, well, here's a plan. Because the man wants to be independent. You know, he doesn't want a boss. I get that. I was like, okay, get the man a driver's license. First thing I heard real quick, trying to cut me short, was, where are we going to get money to get a driver's license? I'm like, you can find a way to get a driver's license, all right? If you have a plan and you really are going to get it done, your loved ones will find a way. And we're talking about a driver's license. We're not talking like trying to come up with $1,000 here. I don't know how much it costs to start to get a driver's license, but I gotta say $100, all right? Let's say it was even $200. But I digress. Let me stick to what I was talking about here before I go off on a tangent. But I was saying, get a driver's license. That's the first thing you gotta do, is get a driver's license. Second thing you gotta do is go sign up for Uber. Now Uber's gonna ask you for insurance. Get on somebody's insurance, whether he gets on he or she or whoever's listening. get on some insurance. Show that if you hit somebody, you're going to be responsible. Why do you need those two things? Is that they got want a driver's license, a copy of your driver's license sent to Uber, and they're going to have a copy of your insurance to make sure you're driving legal. I don't remember the inspection. They do registration sticker. But okay, basically we got to get let's say, they do the onboarding. You finally get the Uber app. You get the Uber app. You need a car. You're not going to qualify for this rent-a-car right away. Now, find a car. Borrow a car. Buy a $500,000 car. Whatever. Something that has wheels, all right? Basically where you can go from a restaurant to someone's house. I mean, that's what you need to do. We're not talking about style. We're not talking about flexing. We're not talking about looking good. We're just this is a stepping stone. Get a car. Register the car on Uber Eats or Uber. You're gonna probably want, if you got a newer car, you can do rideshare. I can't speak on that. I haven't done rideshare, but you could do it. But definitely at least get into food delivery. Here's a big one. Now I don't want to lose nobody. Do 1,000 deliveries or 1,000 runs. 1,000 orders. You need to do 1,000 orders. Now, one will say, man, that's going to take forever. No, it won't. I haven't been going hard on Uber Eats, but let me tell you, man, I know, if I turned on Doordash and I did just Uber Eats, getting 1,000 can be done in a couple of weeks, or a couple of months. Let's say a couple of months. We'll be pessimistic. A couple months. It doesn't matter. And we're talking about take 1,000 orders, and we're not looking at the money part yet. We're not discussing money yet. We're talking about basically getting to a better point in life. So you get 1,000 runs in. All right. Now you qualify for the rental program. Then that's when you can go pick your car. I mean, it could be a newer car. Now it depends on whatever style you're gonna go for, man. If you're just trying to go fuel efficient, food delivery, small orders. I mean, you get a Chevy Bolt for I don't know. I have to go back and look, but probably $200 a week. You can get a Tesla for $300 a week. You know what I mean? I think it's $300 a week. You can get a Chevy Tahoe, I think, for $300 a week. Somewhere along those lines. You can get a Nissan. What do you call it? Newer Nissan Altima, a 2023, 2024, something like that. $230, I want to say. And like I said, you got to rent a car, costs $230 a week. So now you have to rent a car, you got infinite miles. You don't have to worry about the miles. Of course, you got to put gas in it. You don't want to wreck this thing. And now you have freedom to make money. All right. Now, one would say, man, that's $230. Let's just use the big number. You got the Tesla, $300 a week. Man, we're talking about $300 a week. I mean, that's $1,200 a month. Yes, you can do math. You're correct. $1,200 a month. But let's look at what you got. You have someone, whether it's you, a loved one, or the person I was talking about. You have no money. You got no car, and yeah, you got your freedom. Of course, you don't have a job. You're not going anywhere. You got nothing. You got nothing going on. And, that individual's gets flack from the family, not a lot of respect because he's not working. The whole man should provide thing. On this side, you have no car, no money, and you're having a hard time seeing your family. This side, that was on this side. This side, you have a car to drive. Now you have to work. That's the minus. You have to do the work. But I'm telling you, $300, you can get that in 2 days easy. All right, 2 days easy. Just don't be lazy. Grind it out the first 2 days. First 2 days is your car. After that, okay, you got the car the rest of the week. There's 7 days in a week. You got 5 more days of grind. Maybe you want to grind 3 or 4. It depends on whatever your motivation is. Like some people are hustlers, some aren't. If you're not a hustler, that's fine. You know what I mean? Whatever your ambition is, it is. But the plan is, one side you got nothing. This side you got a car. You can work the schedule that you choose to work and make the money that you want to make. And once you start providing for your family, and mind you, we're not talking about Rockefeller money here, man. You're not buying banks at this point. But I mean, I don't know what to say. You can easily make $1,000 a week. All right, easy make $1,000 a week, and you're doing it on your terms. Whether you just want to do the lunch rush, which is 11 to 2, dinner rush, 5 to like 9:30, morning, breakfast shift. I mean, I make good money. Recently I've been doing late nights, every other night or so, and I mean, in like an hour and a half, man, I banged out $40-$50. Now it's not always like that. You might only bang out $25-$30. Case in point, this side, no money, no car, family talking trash about you, have a hard time seeing your kids. And people look at you like you're not putting in any effort. This side, hustling, grinding. That's, there's some work involved there. But on this side, you do have a vehicle. You can pay for the vehicle. You have some money, and you got some of your respect back. Now, if anyone tries to downplay it, like, oh, well, you're a delivery man, whatever, man. Let me tell you, like these people that have W-2 jobs and stuff like that, these are the ones that are coming. I've been hearing how much they're struggling, how they don't have money, and I know their bills are less than mine, and they got 2 incomes in their house. So that's just a plan. Nothing scientific, nothing that sexy about it. This side, nothing going on, being lazy, no respect. Over here, at least you would have, it takes a little time, a little work, but at the end of it, you got a car, or a truck, or electric car. You have money coming in, like myself, like picking up my daughter. Like right now, I just pulled in to pick up my daughter. You have the freedom to spend time with your family. That you can spend time with your friends, your family, whatever it is you want to do. You can schedule yourself around what your wants and needs are. That's what you got on the other side. And by the way, that's just on the Uber app. Myself, I do a lot more than Uber, as I spoke before. I got, the laundry thing. I got Doordash. Got Uber Eats. I have Grubhub. I have Roadie if I needed it. I have quite a few apps on here where I never even used them, but if it does somehow pop off, I would try it. So I have other streams of income, and I get to sit down at the table. I get to sit at the adult table, and no one seems to be questioning how I'm providing this and that. Oh, by the way, and also, if you need extra money, you can also donate plasma. I'll probably save that for another video. But case in point, if you have a phone and you're broke, I really don't know what to tell you, man. It could be ignorance. You really just don't know. Which, I'm not saying ignorance is talking down on somebody. Like, if you really don't know, you really don't know. So maybe they don't know how to make money. But if you are watching this video, just that little plan right there, once you heard it, now I really don't have any pity for you, because now you are not living in ignorance. Like I said, driver's license, insurance, borrow someone's car. Technically, you could walk some, like DoorDash. I've seen people on DoorDash on electric bikes. People have been known to walk and literally deliver. You could deliver between Scott and White Hospital and where Panera Bread and that shopping plaza is. There's a bunch of restaurants right there. You can sit there and just wait for the orders to go over there, and you can walk back and forth to the hospital and make money. There's ways to do it. But yeah, like I said, driver's license, get on someone's insurance or get your own insurance, get to work, get 1,000 runs in as fast as you can. I wouldn't even worry about the dollar amount. Just literally, you will be making money. Let me not downplay it too much. But you making $150 a day and not even thinking about it isn't that difficult. But the bigger picture is to get your own vehicle. Nobody wants you borrowing their vehicle forever, and you probably don't want to drive a $1,500 car for long. There's nothing wrong with it. It gets the job done. I would drive it until the wheels fall off. But if we're talking, I mean, especially if you're a family man, or it's just nice to have a peace of mind. You turn the key, and the vehicle works. It's going to turn on. You're putting your family in there. You want reliable transportation, and that's just a way to do it. I mean, you could go the rental route, or go buy a car, man. There are places that will finance it. So my buddies give me a call. It's about that time for me to cut this short. So I'll cut this short, and I will catch you on the next one. Take care.